This stream is about backyard brains. I've got a SpikerBox here, which can do lots of things. You can do lots of things, but primarily it is for like simple EKG and EEG and EMG experiments. So it's for that. That's what it's for. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to this. All right. Now, this is what we got. We've got backyard brains, and inside, oh yeah, let's open it up here. Well, we've got the, so this is specifically the heart and brain SpikerBox, specifically the heart and brain SpikerBox. So we're going to be doing fun stuff with those today. And I did get the app, so we are going to do that. I've got a bunch of electrodes here. So that's what we're going to do there. This is the headband. In the video that they made, this is black, but it's orange. So we're going to do that. And then we've got we've got a 9-volt battery. We need the 9-volt battery. Got to have the 9-volt battery. We're going to do that. We've got some electrode gel. This is only generally needed for the EEG part, putting it on your scalp, because as you can see, I've got hair. So we're going to need that to make connections a little bit better. We've got our cables, and I'm going to plug in the computer one in just a minute. Ooh, why is this all looped around? Okay, in any case, oh, here we go. That's why. So, red, and black for the leads. And then this is for a smartphone connection. So using this one will be for a smartphone connection. I was going to use a tablet for this, but since there's a Mac app, you know, there's no reason to use this one. So we're going to put that one off to the side. But this is definitely the one that we are definitely going to use, which is the USB. So micro USB to USB A, and I have a slot open on my computer. Hopefully that works. So, and then the whole the thing that reads it all is this little Arduino controller. So I got to crack this baby open. This is 100% my first walkthrough with this. I have not played with this at all yet. Ooh, that's pretty. It's pretty. Make sure it doesn't. There's my ring light, everyone. Right. So some connections we've got going here. So we've got this is the smartphone connection. I like how they're all. This is the on and off switch, I would imagine. On and off switch. This is to the electrodes. They have it marked with a cockroach or a cricket or something. Yeah. So wait. Where's the USB connection? Did I miss something? Oh, there it is. It is hiding. It's literally right there. There it is. They don't call it micro USB for nothing, am I right? So, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing today. So I'm going to have this on the table here, and you can see it down here. Okay. Get this out of the way. Bye, box. All right. Okay. So we're going to do the ECG first, or the EKG, which is I'm curious. Okay. So I got to put the 9. So let's follow the instructions here, shall we? All right. Gather your materials. Boom. Gathered. Got it all. Okay. Decide which experiment you're doing and what recording device you are using. Yeah, not bad. So we're gonna do the EKG. So we're not gonna be using this just yet. So I'm gonna put that off to the side, including the gel, because we don't need that. I am gonna need this open though, and of course I don't have anything. Why would you wrap a 9-volt battery? This is what I want to know. All right. White wrist. Oh, white wrist. It is a white wrist, but it's going on my left wrist or my right wrist. Oh my gosh, I can do directions, y'all. And then finally, we need ground. So that goes on the back of your palm, like so. So it says to plug this in. Perfect. And don't mind the app just yet. We'll get to that one in just a second. So red and red. Boop. And then to black. All right. There we go. So I'm all connected now. I'm all connected. All right. Next step. I can't really this is as far apart as I can bring my hands. All right. Next part. Plug the orange cable into yep, I did that. For the 2 red leads attached to the electrodes inside the wrist and the black to the back of the hand, did that. For EEG, the 2 red leads attached to the clip on the headband and the black around behind the ear. All right, right. Okay. Power the heart and brain SpikerBox with a 9-volt battery. Can do. Plop that in there. Doesn't look like there are any lights that oh, maybe because I need to turn it on. There we go. I know how to do things. Red switch. So I did that there. Okay. If you're using a smartphone or a tablet, plug the green smartphone cable into the output jack. If you're recording on a computer, plug the blue. It's not blue, it's red. But, good times, guys. All right. Let's get you in there. So plug the USB cable in there. Okay, that's in there. And then, oh boy, I would suggest doing it in a different order. That's really cool. That's my heartbeat, and that's really cool. That's averaging now. It's averaging. Okay, so the idea is you're supposed to just like stop moving. Okay, so that's my heartbeat. This is so you can see the scale down here. That is every 0.1 second. So 100 milliseconds is this long. So you can see that my heartbeat averaged over 50. That's what it looks like. That's really cool. So I was just running. Run, and see how fast I can get my heart beating. You can see, oh my gosh, look at it. Wow. It's pretty cool, huh? Run, 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 run. There's my heartbeat in a way that you can. I'm going to record this so that you can record this. That's really cool. So this is recording my heartbeat. So I don't know how sensitive this is to be able to pick up any sort of arrhythmia. I do know that I have a um, benign atrial fibrillation, AFib. I don't remember which. I think it's in the right, but I'm not entirely sure if this is able to pick that up, to be honest with you. So about half the window is a second. So you can see the systole and diastole growing on that. And then we can average this. So this curve will get smoother and smoother and smoother. Every time it goes above that dashed line, it will average that. And of course, the dashed line is always going to be crossed by the systole pump or the diastole. I can't remember which one's which, to be honest with you. So it's going to get averaged, and so that's what my EKG looks like. Now everybody has my biometrics doxed. Am I right? Doxed. Awesome. Oh man. This is fun. And I'm recording it too. See, you can barely see that it's changing. Can barely see that it's changing, which I think is really awesome. Now it's averaging every peak because I've decided to put it back down to 0, right? Oops. So I think that's pretty cool, but then I can also just only do averaging as it hits this peak. And that's a full second. So I think it's pretty clear just by looking at this that my resting heart rate right now is about 60 beats a minute, 1 beat per second, which I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. So we could do that. I forgot. Yes, we could just look at my heartbeat now. Yeah, so the difference between these two peaks is what this is right here. It's determining the difference here. And so then it's telling me what my beats per minute is. So it's sort of fluctuating. It's fluctuating, and that's okay. So it's counting the time between each spike. I was actually a little off. It's a little faster than I thought it was. And that's probably because I'm talking and moving around and taking deep diaphragmatic breaths to talk and do that. Apparently I can turn the sound on and it'll sound like let's see what happens when it does when I do this. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. It beeps like that. Oh, now what am I doing here? Anyways. Oh, look at that. It's just, I wonder if I could find my like when I'm palpitating or something like that, find my AFib. I'm not entirely sure if I could. It's sort of mesmerizing, I would imagine. I don't know if it's mesmerizing to you, but it's really cool. So the electrodes essentially are being displaced by pressure. And that displacement gets translated into electrical energy, and it then comes through this, right? And so let's keep that active. And I'm grounding it to myself, right? So it's isolating only these connections. And then it comes through here and it goes into this part of the SpikerBox. This is translating the pressure waves into the waveform that you see. And I think the coolest thing about these SpikerBoxes is that you don't even need these electrodes. You could just get yourself a microphone because it's essentially what it is. It's what it's doing. It's reading pressure waves, which I think is pretty fun, right? Like that's baller. That's baller. Yeah. That's really cool. And then it's taking that information, sending it through the USB into my computer. And there you have it. That's what you get. That's what you get. I've like a 7-minute recording now of my. Oh, look, it's gone down. So cool. So cool. The big squeeze right here. This opposite squeeze right here. Return to equilibrium, and then another one. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, buddy. All right. Okay, so I wanted to look at how to read this EKG printout. So we're on geekymedics.com, how to read an ECG. So, what's a normal adult heart rate? 60-100. Depends on what you're doing. Tachycardia over 100 if you are not doing something. So over 100 if you are resting is bad. Bradycardia is under 60 beats per minute unless you're sleeping. Because a heart can normally deal with I frequently go under 60 beats per minute underneath my covers. Yeah, in bed, I generally speaking end up going that way. Okay, so the regular heart rhythm. So a normal ECG looks like this. So this is the 75 beats per minute. And so 4 large squares. Well, I don't have that. So I don't have an R interval here. And nor do I want to look at it averaged. Let's go back in the recording. Let's go back in the recording here. Okay. So I think we're gonna have to skip this bit just because I don't have this printout, so there's nothing really I can do about that. All right, so let's look at a regular rhythm. This is irregularly irregular. 9, 13. Well, what if I don't have. There we go. Sinus rhythm. So we've got the P wave. Atrial fibrillation is P waves are absent. No, I have a P wave right here. Although that dips a lot. PR interval. Oh, here we go. This is what it looks like here. So how long is somebody's first degree heart block? Oh boy. I kind of didn't want all of this, to be honest with you. These are issues. There we go. Just the QRS complex. That's what I wanted. I just wanted this one. No, I'm not familiar with flatliners. I've heard of it though. Okay, so it looks like here. There we go. So, all right. So we've got. All right. Well, let's look at the obvious ones first. We've got here. We've got the R. We've got the S, and that's my Q. So this is the Q, R, S. This is the P. So my P to Q, because that's right here. So it's here to here. Let's make it a little bit. Let's shuffle it. There we go. All right. Minimize it just a little bit so we can see it. Okay. So back up. Well, we can't really. Make this a little bit smaller. There we go. All right. So we've got our Q, R, S. And this is my T over here. So P, Q, R, S, T. That's really cool. PQRST. I love it. In elementary school, when learning to check our pulse, there was this kid who could never find his pulse. It was always humorous. Yeah, there was always that one person who was like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? I can't find it. Am I doing this right? Or they'll do it with their thumb, right? They'll do their on the wrist with their thumb, and it's just like, bruh. Oh, yeah, good times. Yeah, this is probably some noise here, but this is my TP segment. This is my toilet paper segment. And then it goes up to P. And then it drops down to Q, so that's the PQ time, but it's also referred to as the PR segment. And then we go up to R. We shoot up to R. We shoot down to S. And then before it does the T bit, that's the ST segment. And it's a delta wave. Oh, wait, no, that's the associated with Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. Okay, never mind. We don't want that. A narrow QRS complex occurs when the impulse is conducted down the buttle of his and the Purkinje fiber to the ventricle. This results in a well-organized, synchronized ventricular depolarization. A broad QRS complex occurs if there's an abnormal depolarization sequence. For example, a ventricular ectopic where the impulse spreads slowly across the myocardium from the focus of the ventricle. In contrast, an atrial ectopic would result in a narrow QRS complex because it would conduct down to the normal conduction system of the heart. Similarly, a bundle branch block results in a broad QRS complex because the impulse gets to one ventricle rapidly down the intrinsic conduction system that has spread slowly across the myocardium to the other ventricle. That is a mouthful right there. Oh boy, that is a mouthful. Height can be described as small or tall. Small complexes are less than 5 millimeters in the limb leads or less than 10 millimeters in the chest leads. Tall imply ventricular hypertrophy. A pathological Q wave is more than 25% of the R wave that follows it. In an entire territory for evidence of previous myocardial infarction. In a healthy individual, the ST segment, this should be an isoelectric line, neither elevated nor depressed. I don't know if you're going to get that with something that is this noisy, to be honest with you. I don't think you're going to get a flat line. It's just not going to happen. Okay. ST elevation. It's hard to tell what that should look like. Well, it's good news is that I don't think I have these. I've never had a heart attack, so I don't think I have any of that. So, I definitely don't have ST depression, that's for sure. Don't have tall tented T waves. That's good. It just bloop. Inverted T waves. T waves is associated with what though? Ischemia, bundle branch blocks, pulmonary embolism, left ventricular hypertrophy, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, general illness. Okay, well, that's helpful. General illness. I don't think I have a flat T wave. It's entirely possible I have a U wave. Antiarrhythmic therapy, electrolyte imbalance, hypothermia, and secondary to antiarrhythmic therapy. Cool. Great. So that's what this wave looks. That's what this wave is supposed to be.